Hello everyone, welcome back to Tamali's classes. So in today's class, I'll be talking about a very important topic. Okay, this topic name is AIDS. So this is I know everyone has heard the name before, so everyone knows what it is. So some people know, some people do not know the details about it. So let's talk about AIDS today. It is also a part of the class 12 syllabus and also helpful for many exams of biology. Okay, so let's start with today's class, and it's also a general knowledge for everybody who is interested to know about it. So let's start with today's class. Okay, so moving on, first I would like to introduce to you what is AIDS. So what is the full form of AIDS? Acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay, so so when was the first time that AIDS was reported? It was first reported in 1981. Okay, so what causes this AIDS? So AIDS is caused by a virus known as human immunodeficiency virus. Okay, HIV virus. Okay, HIV. Remember this. So HIV basically it belongs to a group of virus known as retrovirus. Retrovirus is a type of group. It's a type of virus which is containing RNA in its as a genome. Okay, it doesn't contain DNA, it contains RNA. So I've taken a class about DNA and RNA. You can see that class of mine. So then I've spoken to about retrovirus. Okay, so basically virus which contains RNA, so they are known as retrovirus. Okay, so you can see on the right hand side, you can see the diagram. I have given a diagram out here. You can see here. So basically the in the inner part you can see there's an RNA genome, and there's an again enzyme known as reverse transcriptase, which helps in reverse transcription. That means from RNA to DNA. Okay, basically what happens, DNA to mRNA transcription. So here what will happen? The opposite, from RNA to DNA with the help of enzyme known as reverse transcriptase. Okay, so there's you can see the envelope out here. So basically it's an envelope spike. You can see spike-like structures. Okay, and there's a capsid inside, which is a protein capsid. Inside the protein capsid there is a RNA. Okay, so this is the structure of retrovirus. So now when so we have seen people when they heard that someone is having HIV, so they start distancing themselves from that person, right? They act as if that person is untouchable type, but that is not the case. Okay, HIV, a person infected with HIV will not spread HIV to you. Okay, will not spread HIV just by, you will not get HIV from that person just by touching that person, or or just by being in contact with that person. No, for getting HIV, there has to be an exchange of body fluid from the infected person to a normal healthy person. Okay, so now when the infection is occurring, okay, from that infection to the appearance of AIDS symptom, okay, when the person gets infected with that HIV, from that infected time to the appearance of AIDS symptoms, okay, there are a few months, or it may take some years. Okay, it may take around 5 to 10 years. So you will not know if you have been infected or not. So you have to go for an HIV test to know that if you have been infected or not. Okay, because symptoms are occurring late in the late phase of your infection, after the infection. Okay, so there's a time lag. Okay, so now how will you, what is the test that you will take for knowing if you have got AIDS or not? ELISA test. Okay, ELISA test, I've already spoken about ELISA test in my previous classes. So basically what is the full form of ELISA? Enzyme linked immunosorbent assay. Okay, so enzyme linked immunosorbent assay, this is the full form of ELISA. Fine. Now, so let's move on to the next slide. Now, what is the mode of action of retrovirus? So how do this retrovirus infect the body? Okay, so when so suppose when this virus is entering our body, okay, whenever this virus is entering our body, it's infecting the normal cell. What happens? From this capsid, from this protein coat, what's happening? The DNA, it's RNA is entering the macrophages. Okay, basically when virus is entering our body, it will go and enter the macrophages. Okay, it will enter the macrophages, it will release the its RNA out there. Okay, so what will happen? This RNA, okay, this RNA will be converted into DNA, okay, with the help of reverse transcriptase. So basically macrophages, what it is doing, it is becoming an HIV factory. Why HIV factory? Because it is producing this RNA. Okay, it's producing this RNA and converting it into DNA inside it. Okay, so it is remember, macrophages is known as the HIV factory. Fine. So when virus is entering the macrophages, then this, from the macrophages, what is happening? The virus is again entering the remember T helper lymphocytes. So in my previous class, I've spoken to you about helper T cells. I've spoken to you about killer T cells and also about suppressor T cells. Please refer to that class of mine to know about T lymphocytes, T cells. So what will happen? We know that helper lymphocytes is not killing it, but it is calling the other cells to come and attack and kill the pathogen or kill the antigen. Okay, so T helper cells is doing that, but what's happening out here, the virus is attacking the T helper cells. So basically what is happening, the T helper cells are not being able to function properly. Okay, T helper cells are getting inactivated. Okay, T helper cells has to be activated, right, to perform the to signal the others, but T helper cells are getting inactivated. Why? Because the virus is affecting, it is attacking the T helper lymphocytes. Okay, so what's happening out here, remember, the virus is entering. Okay, it is releasing the RNA is being being introduced into the cell, and then RNA this is being converted into DNA. So when it's being converted into DNA, what is happening, this DNA gets in this DNA will go inside the human genome. Okay, because our body will recognize DNA, right? So this DNA will come and it will enter into the human genome. So when it's getting into the human genome, what will happen? This DNA is being replicated. It's being replicated in the human body. So so what is happening out here? So more and more this viral RNA is being so when DNA is being replicated out here, it's producing more retroviruses. Okay, again DNA is being transcribed to RNA. So you can see out here this viral RNA is being produced more and more. Okay, more viruses are being produced inside the body. So why it's happening? Because T helper cells are inactivated. It is not being able to fight the virus cells. Okay, it's not being able to fight the viral RNA, or it's not being able to attack the virus. Okay, so T helper cells, what's happening? It is being inactivated. So the number of T helper cells is decreasing, and it is leading to the increase in infection. Okay, infection will not be there if T helper cells are active. It's inactive mode. But out here, retrovirus, what is the virus doing? It will attack the T helper cells. So basically T helper cells is being inactivated. So it is the number of T helper cells is reducing. So infection is increasing. As soon as infection is increasing, more viruses are being produced in the body. And as soon as more viruses are producing in the body, what is happening? The human body, the person who's infected with the virus, that person starts feeling weak because his antibodies are not being produced. His immune system is not responding to the is not being able to trigger any response against that viral virus. Okay, so what's happening, the person is feeling weak, the person is having fever. Okay, he is losing his appetite. Okay, so the person's this what's the immune system is totally failing him. Okay, so basically slowly and slowly it is leading to the death of that individual. Okay, remember one thing, the person suffering infected with HIV, it cannot be cured. Okay, that person cannot be cured. Okay, that person will die. Okay, so how is this AIDS being transmitted in a human? So basically if a normally healthy human is having sexual contact with an infected person, it will be transmitted. And also if the healthy person is using the same needles of that has been used by an infected person, again that will be leading to transmission. Also contaminated blood and blood products. Also a mother who is already infected with HIV, from her placenta to the child, it will transmit to the child also. So remember, body fluids are the main cause of transmission of AIDS, not touch or not being talking to a person or not being with a person. Okay, so those persons who are having multiple sexual partners, or who are drug addicts, who are using same needles, okay, from another person, and who are having repeated blood transfusions, they have to be very very careful. Okay, and the children who are born to HIV infected mother, they are more prone to get infected. Okay, now what is the treatment of HIV? Treatment is that the blood banks, they should be very very careful while donating, while collecting blood. They have to make sure that the person from whom they are collecting blood is not suffering from HIV. Also the needles and syringes, they have to be disposed very properly, and clean and new syringes and needles should be used. Also like free condoms, or people should be made aware of how they should for how they should how they can prevent themselves from getting infected because of sexual activities by using condoms. Then fourth is that controlling drug abuse. Okay, if you control drug abuse, if you control drug usage, you can control this AIDS. You can probability of AIDS. Okay, then also advocating safe sex and promoting regular checkups for HIV in the society, in the population. Okay, so also antiretroviral drugs is there, but it is very very partially effective. Okay, because as I said, treatment of AIDS is not possible because it cannot prevent the death, because death is inevitable for infected people. Okay, so there are some organizations like National AIDS Control Organization and some non-governmental organizations, NGOs, which are helping a lot, who are trying to educate people about AIDS and about how to prevent it, how to be very very careful. And basically, even WHO has started some programs to prevent this spreading of HIV infection in human beings. Okay, so basically, remember one thing: do not be ignorant about AIDS. Do not think that you cannot get AIDS. Okay, so try to be safe, try to take prevention. Okay, and be alert. Okay, and how whenever you are going to hospitals, or whenever you are having sexual partners, and also try to be very very safe. And also keep on going for blood test. And also when you are donating blood, or whenever, like whenever you are getting blood from someone else, please be sure that the blood is not infected with HIV. Okay, so this is all about AIDS. I hope you have liked today's class. If you have liked it, do click on the like icon. Please do share with your friends or with people who want to know about it more. And please do subscribe my channel for more such videos. And your subscription it will motivate me to upload more such videos. So thank you so much for attending today's class. Have a great day. Thank you so much.